All right, I just got really bored staring at the top. Oh, bang on 8 o'clock. That's how we roll. That's how we do. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 96th edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. We are getting dangerously close to 100. Now, apologies, there's a bit of a budget setup today because I went to actual work. I went to the office, so did a quick turnaround, got back in, ate some dinner, put the show together, sat down, and here we are. We're doing the thing. We're live on the internet, baby. And it's good to see all your faces again. It's so weird that it's so long. I always forget. Also, look how messy my background is. I was like, normally I at least tidy up or something, but there was literally no time to do anything. It was just like, we gotta do the show. And it's weird when it's not been done for a while because I'm like, oh, how do I do this again? What am I doing? Like, when I'm doing it each week, I feel like, the cogs are turning, the wheels are going. And then I was kind of like, oh, this is a strange getting back into it. But it's good to be back. It feels good to get back in that routine. It's good to like chat about things because I have a few things to chat about because we need to have a good old fashioned catch up because we've not seen each other for a while. It'd be good to know what's going on. But before I say hello and get into the rinds of things, guys, I need to crack open the drink. I need to jump straight into what am I drinking because I need to go to the devil for help. The devil needs to help me with some energy because I've been up since 5 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. I know, right? What am I, some kind of insane person? It was kind of the thing where I woke up, couldn't really get back to sleep again. I tried, and then I was like, I'm getting out of bed. So that's many hours. So I found this in the shop, and I'm hoping it will give me the lease of life I will need. What it is? Coca-Cola. I always think that Coca-Cola is like, when you turn to Coke, it's never great. Yeah, I'm more of a Pepsi Dr. Pepper person, but it's the intergalactic flavor limited edition. Now I don't know, am I gonna like go to the stars or something like woo? But I'm all up for that intergalactic. No calories though, so we'll see about that. Right, let's crack this open. I'm hoping I still want to go to sleep though. I need just the boost for now. So hang on, I need to sort out. Also, things maybe a little awry. So while I'm doing this, let's say hello and see who's in the chat. We've got Robert War saying hello, Lucy. We got Jamie ODST says hello with a smiley face. Thank you, smiley face to you too. KRPTV says evening, Lucy, with a more face. Well, face to you too. Thank you. Oh, Joma Lindgren says hello all with a wave. I enjoy doing emojis. Fabio says hey with that. Terence also says hi, Lucy, with that face. Great. It's what Megan is saying. It's so underwhelming just to warn you. What are we talking about? Guinness? But that's more of that to come. Well, not today. You'll have to stay tuned to find out that. But I need to. It just smells like Coke. I can't get any closer than actually going. Platinum Bro says, Guinness. Wow. We shall see. Right, let's. Oh! Did you see that? It's like purple. Oh, wow. I'm so into this. It's so galactic, but then it looks kind of brown in the thing. But look. Oh. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. It's red. Is it red? It's the purplest red I've ever seen. Right, let's go. If I could sound effect, the sound effect that would just happen would be the Metal Gear Solid boop. It's a complex flavor. I can't begin. Wait, what is this? Is this the flavors of space? All of space and time, anything that ever happened or ever will, all in this mug. It's like vanilla mashed with. There's definitely vanilla-y ice creaminess to it. It's the Milky Way. It's all about ice creams and space and galaxies. I think overall, I like it. It doesn't taste like Coke at all. I think that's the most interesting part of this drink. It's like vanilla mixed with space. Has anyone else tried this? The Coke Galactic flavor? I'm all in for it. If it becomes real, it actually does taste like vanilla ice cream, like when it's melted. Now, whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure. But when you get to the bottom, but the good vanilla ice cream. I'm not talking about your Sainsbury's basic ice cream. I'm talking about the one with the bits in. You want the vanilla extract. It's complex. It's complex to the taste buds because there is the Coke. If you get a good swish of it, you get the flavors. But if you just drink it, it just tastes like that cokeness. Anyway, intergalactic mind blown. Who else we got? Adam McDermott saying, "How don't you dare disrespect Guinness." you won't be seeing any Guinness on the show anytime in the future. I can assure you of that. As my dad once said when we went out somewhere, and the woman was like, "So, sir, would you like to buy a ticket so you can come back any time in the year?" And my dad was like, "We won't be coming back. I can assure you of that." I don't think he meant to be that rude, but it was just quite funny when it came out. The colour of space isn't black anymore, apparently. No, it's all kinds of wonderful, exciting flavours of space. Tom L says, "Come with us in a J through time and space to witness the inside of a Coke can. The Coke can come with." Shame it's only this amount. £2. What does £2 mean? I don't. Oh, 250 milliliters. Well, wasn't that an exciting start to the show, everybody? I still need to say hello to people. Jamie is saying hi, Lucy. We got Steve like a fox, hello. We got Fernando saying hi. Robert War saying hi. So that's why I have the poll today. So today's poll, because I'm curious, is do people even go out on a Friday anymore? Yes, no, Thursday is the new Friday. I'm confused. Life has changed so much. And because this is the problem, all right? Things seem to happen on Thursdays now. But I'm like, is that because nothing is happening on a Friday anymore? Are people just done with Fridays? I'm just curious. So you know how I like to see what's going on in the Locking It Down with Lucy ecosystem. Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? So we'll touch base on that because I was looking at my calendar and I think I have only gone out on a Friday twice this year. Now, is that old age? Maybe. But I don't know, things seem to happen on a Thursday randomly. Well, not really randomly, it's because the bar at work is open. Because unfortunately, there will be... So, a little bit of insight for you guys. I've spoken about this before, but, I work in an office. And, with the pandemic, everyone went and worked from home. And now people are coming back to the office and all that jazz. So, PlayStation's stance is you don't need to come back, but you do need to come back for 1 week in the year, which will be specified. But there'll be a couple of weeks, but it's like one every quarter. And this week is called Sync Week. It's where we're all gonna sync, and it's gonna be a jam-packed week of fun and adventure. I'm sure. I'm not really sure what's going on. It's not like the circus is coming down, but I won't be able to do the show on Sync Week because I will have to be at work. And I think there's a lot of like after work sort of activities happening that week because it's all about like getting everyone together, seeing people. So there's like social events. So unfortunately, the wait to 100 will continue because I won't be able to do the show at all that week, I don't think. Unless I do it on a Friday, which is something I've been tantalizingly thinking about. What would Fridays work? I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what to do because I do enjoy doing the show, but I feel bad when I have to miss a lot of weeks. So I don't know, leave your comments, thoughts, concerns in the chat or any other way that you would like to communicate to me, mainly on Twitter or Discord on this matter, because I'm thinking about it, because I'd like to be consistent, because that's what, you should be consistent with these things. But if I'm like, jumping around like a ping pong on a ping pong table, like woo, then that's, I don't know. So we'll think, what is everyone saying? Usually the pub is a good shout on a Friday after a grueling work week. Yeah, exactly. That's what it used to be. But now no one's around on a Friday anymore. Fridays are for the Ute. I think it might mean youth. Monday and Tuesday nights out are the best. Fabio is saying, usually I'd rather stay at home and watch a movie on a Friday night. But if there is a musical event or something, I will go, okay, interesting. The word sync gives me flashbacks to Assassin's Creed. Synchronization failed because Connor doesn't kill rabbits without skinning it. That was the dumbest thing ever, by the way. Not to just... it's been a while since I've moaned about Assassin's Creed 3, but that was one of the things that used to really drive me nuts. Like, you would be desynchronized for killing animals and not skinning them, which, obviously, you shouldn't kill animals. But they seem to justify it with, well, it's fine if you're, skinning it and using its meat or whatever. And like, okay, sure, well, if you say so. But sometimes it was just like you're on a tree and it just made it easier because if you wanted to jump off, you would like break your ankle. But, if you're getting the rabbit, then you're going to save your ankles. Oh, okay. Rich Gamer saying Fridays are better for the stream, but obviously Thursday evenings are prioritized for Lucy. Oh, it's very, very kind. Enjoying the weather this week. I live near here and it's so muggy. The weather's been all right actually. I was about the year of ends earlier in the week, yeah, because I went to see that Luna dog. So let us let's start with a catch up. We're going to do the check-in, but I want to do a bit of a catch up. What's everyone been up to? What have you been doing? Because it's been a while since we've all come together. So, of course, the big thing that I did since we last met was I did meet up with Adam McDermott from his channel, Adam McDermott. I met up with Lewis, Platinum Bro 7, and Joel, Guy Fruskis. We all had a big YouTuber weekend where we, met each other for the first time, and we filmed a podcast which will be coming to the internet near you. It'd be very exciting to have done an in real life person thing. It was very pre-pandemic. It was fun. It was fun to get together. Platinum Bro is saying super fun. So I'm really excited to share for you guys to even watch it. I've also filmed a vlog which I've yet to edit. I need to actually sit down and do that. So hopefully we can sync up the timelines so you can enjoy the tantalizing sounds of our voices talking about video games and other things, and then you can also see how it all came together and how it all came to be. But I need to get my ass together and sit down and edit that. But I'm excited. I want to do a good job of it as well, so you can really capture the moment. But yeah, it was interesting. Meeting people that you knew online but didn't know in real life. I think every time it happened, like it's like blah, blah. I first met Adam at the train station, and it was a real double take moment. I think I was in my own world for a start, because when it comes to travel, my mind is like, where is the train? I've got to be on time. Let's make sure that everything is chill, because I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be late. So I'm like, I even had to go, excuse me, this is platform 9 and 3/4. I didn't say that. Platform 9 and 3/4. You having a laugh? Not that you backhands them. But so I was checking the train, and all of a sudden I see this come out. And I was like, whoa! And it was Adam. Apparently he was trying to get my attention beforehand, but I was just so zoned in on the train. I was trying to find my carriage. And I was like, oh my God, hello. And then we had a good train journey where we talked about wrestling. And by the way, everybody, just to let you know how cool I am, got a spreadsheet about wrestling. I know, what a cool cat. So yeah, we talked about, I think we just went through my favourite WrestleMania matches that, and I ranked them all on an alphabetical scale. I then also wrote detailed notes as to why I felt the way I felt. Because that's just how I roll when I'm here by myself. So that was good. And then of course we got to the station, and then it was trying to find and sync up with Lewis and Joel, it was really bizarre, because we went out into the main concourse of the platform, and I was looking for them, because I know what they look like. I've seen this much of them at least. That's all you need to know. Looking. And I'm pretty much stood right next to them and looked around. I was like, oh, they're not here. And then Adam was like, they're right behind you. And I was like, oh! So it was so weird, because you don't know how tall people are. That was the bizarre thing. I think I wasn't, I guess I wasn't expecting to recognize people based on their height. I was looking for the face, but if they were standing with... Why were you guys standing with your back to the entrance? Hang on a minute. If you were standing with your faces towards us, then who would have noticed? But you were just chin wagging away, so I'm going to slightly blame you for that. Let's see what they're saying, because I know that they're chatting away in here. So what is... Platinum Bros' highlight was when me and Lucy were struggling to stay awake from 3 till 6 a.m. while Adam kept blasting live rave music. That period of time is a blur to me. At one point, I was falling in and out of sleep, and all I could hear was talk about the Black Eyed Peas and what happened to Fergie. I was like, I'm not sure what happened. When you're in that state of just oh yeah, I'm awake. No, that was happening to me. So that was quite funny. What would be my highlight? I know it's really lame, but I quite enjoyed just filming the podcast, because it was just quite exciting to feel like we were doing the thing. Although I will say I enjoyed, not that I really did much, but I enjoyed the setup of the podcast, because that's when I felt like we were real professionals. I think I said it's like we're doing Podcast Beyond or something. I was well excited because Adam had his proper camera, there was all the lights, then we were on our computers doing the thing, and we're like, yeah, how are we going to do this? Let's do it. And then the we did it, and it was like, wow, this is cool. Is this what it's like to really podcast? So that was my favorite. Also the hanging out and meeting everyone was good. What was Adam saying? Blasting music, Lewis, background music, surely. Still need to get Lucy her silver trophy for staying up for 24 hours. Yes, I did at the 24 hours. I stayed up for 24 hours. I wouldn't recommend it, everybody. It's not all it's cracked up to be fair. As soon as it happened, I was like, okay, great, I'm so happy I did this. Good night. And then we slept for what, I don't know, what was it, 4 hours, and then we had to leave. So a good time had by all. Looking forward to sharing the the moments for everyone to watch. Some interesting topics that came up. I was watching some of the clips of it this morning, and it's gonna be good. I hope you're going to enjoy it. We certainly enjoyed having a good time. Lucy was at the Panto there behind you. What are we talking about? We were both on our phones looking where the entrances were. Oh, I see. Okay, redeemed. Yeah, because we did. You know, when you're meeting at a station, you're like walking around or whatever. It's yeah, it's interesting, but I'm glad we did it. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And then other than that, I took a couple of days off last week just to chill. So I hung out with my friend Claire. Shout out to you, Claire. Hung out with my sister because I was a bad sister, everybody. Boo, bad. Oh, wait, hang on. Live update. Platinum Bro is saying the live podcast will be out on the 19th of May. That's next Monday. Will I get the vlog ready for next Monday? Maybe the vlog could be like an after. So the live podcast is is the main meal. This is the starter. I'm appetizing. I'm wetting your whistle, as they say. You know, you've just ordered a creme brulee. What that is, I'm not really sure. That's a starter thing, right? It's a bit of melted cheese on a bit of bread, right? So here we are. Got a bit of cranberry sauce. You're having the creme brulee. But when we get to Platinum Bros, make sure you subscribe to his channel, and make sure you subscribe to Adam's channel and Guy Fruski's channel. That'll be like, a steak and chips meal, and then my vlog will be profiteroles, because it'll be full of little bite-sized bits of fun. Ding! Hey, YouTube videos as described by food. All happens here, everybody. It's getting very dark all of a sudden, but I quite like this moody atmosphere. Maybe I should... Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that vibe. And then, of course, yes, another hot take. We're also doing it again on in September. We're going to go up to Manchester. That's where we went to Manchester. So yeah, we'll be back up in Manchester to hang out and do some things. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad we did it. We made a thing work. We got a plan together and we got up and we did it. So yeah, let's see. I low-key got hyped seeing Bexley Cinema in your Uncharted video, says Jamie. Oh, I'm glad that somebody recognised good old Cineworld in Bexley Heath. So yeah, that was all I got up to in my days off. Oh yeah, of course. So I was saying I was a bad big sister because on the weekend I went to Manchester. It was my sister's birthday, Imogen, and I missed it. Boo! You suck. Throw tomatoes. So yeah, I had to make it up to her on Friday, which you will see a clip of that later. And then I just hung out at home for a bit. And what did we do? Oh, of course, WrestleMania Backlash was on. I'm sure that was another reason I was at home. Oh, we watched a film. Yes, more of that to come. But now it is time to turn to you guys for the highlights and lowlights of the week. This is where you guys let me know what you've been getting on. You can give me a highlight or lowlight from any of the 2 weeks. I'll let you, get on with that, start your typing. But in the meantime, what do we got coming up on the show at 20 minutes? You've already been watching for 20 minutes. We, of course, have a clip of the week, which will be soon. Then I also just want to do a general catch up on what have I been watching, what have I been playing, maybe what I've been listening. And then we do have, we have a Luna Logs. There you go, the Luna Flat fans rejoice. And then I do have this mystery box to unbox. Everyone loves an unboxing, don't they? That's why you're on YouTube, right? That's how YouTube began. This kindly given to me today by Matt. Shout out to Matt. Thank you very much for thinking of me. It's very kind of you. I hope I was grateful at the time. I was very drained at work today. I was like, because I got to work super early because I had a lot to do. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get there and do the thing. And he was like, hey, this is, I don't know if anyone recognized it, but it's the Detroit Become Human press kit. I have no idea what's inside it. He did say, unfortunately, it's not a life-size Connor. It's slightly disappointing. But we'll unbox that at the end and see what we got. But for now, let's have a look at what people are saying for the highlight. What's my highlights of the week? So I'd say my highlight of the week was just being busy with work. It's been very intense. But my highlights were having the day off. All the things I mentioned above, all the lovely things that I got to do on my time off, seeing people, hanging out with friends was good. And extra highlight, let's just call them The Sims. The Sims have left. They're not there anymore. I had 2 weeks of bliss. 2 weeks of no having to sleep with noise-cancelling headphones in. 2 weeks of no stomping, no creaking, no knocking boots. It was fantastic. But now a new sim has arrived. And so I'm still scoping out what this new sim is up to. So that was, we were trying to think of a code name. The Sims. The Sims will be a good code name, I think. Let's just move this about here. I feel like it's getting too mean and moody. Right, let's see. We got some highlights and lowlights of the week coming in. Fabio says, highlight, new job. Congratulations. Hope it goes well. And lowlight, 2 people for 1 spot and I didn't got to it. What's going on? I don't understand, but hopefully it will work out. While Wifey Sleeps says, finally beat the first Uncharted on Brutal. Woohoo! Should I watch the movie now or are there spoilers from the other games? Oh, interesting. Well, firstly, congratulations on beating the games on Brutal. That is no easy feat. So that is a big claps from me. No spoilers for the other games, really. I feel like they're more like nods to what... I can't even say they're nods to what happened. They're just like nods to things you may recognize if you have played the games. I don't think it's going to take away anything, apart from maybe one aspect. But I don't think that aspect is a big like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Which is... Well, I think at this point, if you know Uncharted, you probably know this character exists. It's a character-based one. But other than that, I think you're good to go. But to be fair, by the time you finish watching it, you'll probably forget what even happened in it. Because it ain't that good. In fact, you should go and watch Sonic 2. Big up to Sonic 2. Sonic 2. Sonic 2. That's what I'm praising the Sonic 2s. Tom Else's highlight, doing nothing on my week off from work. Nice. I need to take a week off like that where I just do nothing. I actually want to take a week off where I go to a retreat and just work on YouTube stuff. Because I've got all these ideas that I really want to do, but I need to take a week off from just, playing games, going out with friends. This sounds like the worst thing, but I just need to focus and then, maybe get some stuff done. It's a hard enough life for me. Maybe I just need Bernard's watch or something to, get my act together. And then Lowlight, Tom L says, is going back into work on Sunday. Pray for me. Well, consider yourself prayed for. Jamie says, highlight, it's my 23rd birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Jamie. Hope you have a lovely birthday. Robert War says, highlight, my dad finally had his hip replacement surgery last Friday after waiting for 2 years. And it's finally home from the hospital. I am very glad to hear that. Congrats. Captain Macmillan says, highlight, recently got 100% for The Last of Us Part 1 and Last of Us Part 2, which we now retrospectively call Last of Us Part 1. I have a weird thing with Last of Us Part 1. I don't know, controversial. I was talking to a friend about it today, and I realised, for better or worse, that The Last of Us Part 2 has made me, I don't know, I feel like saying dislike is a strong word, but it's brought The Last of Us Part 1 down in my estimation. It's like, I loved the first game, but I don't know if I do as much anymore because The Last of Us Part 2 left like a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know. I feel like I do try and play The Last of Us Part 1 again, but I always just make it to fall and then just stop playing. Like, I really love the beginning of The Last of Us. I'm talking like all the way through summer. It's something about getting to Tommy's dam that I'm like, I can't bother with this. But then I love winter and I like the ending, of course. It's just that fall section. Find it hard to get through. But yeah, that's where I always seem to put the game down, unfortunately. But congrats on your 100%. Well, I just got man. Dusty says, highlight, Until Dawn Shiny. Nice. And replaying the Mass Effect trilogy. Yay. Oh, I miss playing Mass Effect. Adam McDurr saying Coda Iceland. That's where I do all my YouTubing stuff. Planenbro says, highlight, going to Edinburgh for the weekend. Nice Planenbro. You're getting around, bro. Don't make me drop the bro on you. Spoilers for a future pending joke that you may see on a podcast near you soon. Sir Dave 1988 says, highlight for me is finally reaching a healthy weight after being underweight for years. Cheesy grin. Nice work. Also close to the Gran Turismo 7 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy Platinums. Nice. Good highlights there. Thank you. While Wife Six says, I'll watch it now. And then again, after I beat the others. Thanks. And Sonic 2. Good. Get on that Sonic 2. Oh, don't start, Adam McDermott. Do I need to change the poll? Adam thinks that he can play or beat or platinum, I don't know, Uncharted Drake's Fortune quicker than I can. Now, we had to look to the facts, and I love a good fact. I was like, no, I feel strongly about Uncharted 4. No, well, I feel strongly about them all, apart from 3. Uncharted Drake's Fortune, I looked it up. I've been playing that game for quite some time, so I feel confident that I will take you down. Planet Bro, whoa, you just broed me. I'm scared. I think I broed because I was playing Bug Snacks. He's like, Chandler's like, bro, me and Snorpy Dog, bro. So, yeah. That's what's been going down. Or let's just see, this is the most 2009 debate ever. Well, I'm Baron Toad, yeah. Although I am. Don't make me bro you. Don't make me bro you, bro. Okay, that got a little strange. I'm not really sure where my mind is at. It's the Coke Galaxy. It's filling my mind with stars. And let's go for one more. Oh, Jomas says Highlight started playing Salt and Sacrifice. Is that out? Oh my god, I love Salt and Sanctuary. That was such a good game. I didn't know that was out yet. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe I've got to get on that. I'm so interested to see how that game has evolved. It's like, well, I hate being like, it's like a 2D Dark Souls, but it is kind of. So that's the easiest way to describe it. Hey, Vince is here and saying highlight of the week was playing D&D. Yes, it was good to get back to D&D. By the way, for those of you that don't know, I do participate in a bit of D&D over on Vitz's channel on twitch.tv/VitzPatel. I play a bard called Sky, and sometimes I break out into song. Not unusual for me, I suppose. Not really role-playing that much, am I? I'm just sort of... to be honest, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like, can I do this, everybody? And then Katie, who's part of there's a great bunch of people, but Katie, bless her, is always telling me how to actually play my character. I'm like, thank you, you're doing God's work. Because I'm like, can I now do this? Then it's like, you better roll for it and find out. So yeah, you can watch that on a Sunday at 3 p.m. British Standard Time if you are so inclined. And then let's have one more. We've got so many highlights. People have been doing stuff for so long. Jamie is also saying highlight was finally started my journey to help me cope with the depression and anxiety with smiley face. Nice. Good luck with that. Right. Yes, Katie is the MVP. Cool. It's been good to catch up. I'm glad that everyone is doing well. Everyone's got some good platinums. So let's go on to clip of the week. Where this week, I also just really want to drink more of this Coke because it is giving me life. This week, me and my sister Imogen, as a sorry that I had to make it up for her birthday, we went out and about the town, took her around London town, didn't I? And she really wanted to eat Korean corn dogs. So this is what happened when me and Imogen ate Korean corn dogs. If I can find the button, it's over here. So please enjoy clip of the week. Clip of the week. There she is. Hello, welcome to clip of the week. We're here and we're about to eat. What are they, Imogen?
They're Korean corn dogs.
Oh, let's take a look. Imogen is pretty excited for this.
I am. I'm really.
Imogen's also recording.
Yeah, I'm really. I love mukbangs. And I always the thing that I love watching. Oh my god! Is people eating corn dogs.
Okay, yeah. So that's your one. That's my one.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to do the taste test first? We got half and half.
Okay, I'm so excited. Look how big it is.
Yeah. That's. I feel like Plankton from SpongeBob. Getting what from the chum bucket. What does he call his things? The chumsticks or something.
Yeah, like something like that. Okay.
Alright, go. Oh my god, that's so big. Cheesy. Is it good, Mr. Krabs? I will. Okay, yeah, so so I've opted for the sweet chili and ketchup, half and half. So it's going to be like half cheese, half, I don't know, and half what is it? Oh, like pork or something. Let's see how it goes. There we go. Just like Lady and the Tramp.
This is what I wanted.
We'll eat it in review afterwards. So, Imogen, thoughts?
I thought it was really, really good. It's what I expected. So I watched people eat corn dogs and that, and the cheese pull was exactly the same, and it was so nice. And I think the cheese was my favourite part. The sugar was interesting. It made it sweet. It was like almost a donut. So it was really, really nice. I loved it. I'm going to get another on the way home. I'm going to get the potato one.
Yeah, I think if I got another one, I'd get all cheese. I'm not a big fan of hot dog sausages.
I'm going to get all cheese on the way home. Because, yeah.
I enjoyed my sweet chili. It was good. There's the aftermath. You can even see it. I don't know. What?
Demolished.
Gone.
Gone.
Alright, cool. Onwards.
2 hours later.
Jen loved it so much. She came back for another one.
I came back.
This one, what is it? Potatoes?
It's potato mozzarella, so only mozzarella.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Alright, go on then, take a bite. Get in there. Oh. Good? Worth going back for a second?
Oh yeah.
What's the potato bit like? Is that like a good extra?
Yeah, it's like chewy, it's nice.
The potato's chewy? Oh
It's
wow.
not chewy, but like, different texture.
Oh, okay, good. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Let's go. Well, there we are. What's it place? What's it called? Bunsick?
Yeah.
Bunsick, over here. Near Charing Cross, Leicester Square area. Cool. I was just about to say where it was, and then helpfully me of the past informed you all. It was near Charing Cross, Bunsick, I think it was called, or maybe it said a little bit more, you know, fluently than that. But yeah, no, we had the Korean corn dogs. My apologies, I think I said it wrong beforehand. I thought it was all right. I liked my sweet chili. Imogen had like sugar on hers, which was weird. That was almost like donut flavour. It was kind of sweet and savoury all at once, a bit like this intergalactic cocoa I'm drinking. But yeah, no, it was good to go out, and it was a really nice day. That day it was very sunny and hot, and we just walked around town. And I took Imogen to Forbidden Planet. Now, those of you that know Forbidden Planet is a store of just a lot of nerd stuff, nerd culture. I don't think she was that impressed at the things. I was like, but look, Imogen, look at all the things. There's the Doctor Who section, and now here's all the books and stuff. She's like, so yeah, I hadn't been to Forbidden Planet in quite some time, so I quite enjoyed that. So there we go. People are saying that looks yum. So yeah, definitely go check it out if you are. But you got to get there at good times because there is a queue. It's very popular. So yeah, I think I would go for, as I said, an all cheesy one again. It was quite weird as well. I just realised, like, just filming ourselves eating, but you know, that's what people do on the internet now as well, I suppose. Right, let us move on to the main topics where I want to be talking about what I have been playing. And actually, I'd like to also flip it around to you guys. I want to know what you guys have been playing as well, because, you know, I always just talk about me. It's all me over here. Wow, locking it down with Lucy, shut up. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what everyone else is playing so we get a good plethora of, you know, what's going on out there. So, but I'll start, though. I'll start. So, whilst we have been away, I am happy to report that I managed to get my 100% completion in Returnal. I finished off that last trophy that I was missing, so I'm very happy that I've got 100% that again. I'm not really sure what Unnamed Friendly Rival is doing on that front. I haven't actually inspected their trophy list in a while, but hopefully I got the trophy before then. And if they got it before me, then I won't look. Oh, I'll never know. But yeah, I was happy to put that away. It was good DLC. Highly recommend. It was a little frustrating to have to go all the way to the fish. I think because I was trying to force it, it became a little bit like, ugh. But when you get a good run, you get a good run. So you can't really, you know, when the cards are in your favour, it's going to be good. And then I also went and completed the next bit of DLC that I was working on, which was Bug Snacks. Now, I had a little bit of a grievance with this DLC at first. But I just want to talk about the DLC quite just overview, because I loved Bug Snacks. So the DLC that came out was a little, like a new biome, as they call it. With big bug snacks, which was pretty cool. It was like fun getting back into the bug snacks, like, you know, vibes, and seeing all the characters again, trying to figure out. There's a new mechanic in there to capture bug snacks, which I liked on the whole. It was. I'm happy to report that. I'm happy to report I did it myself. But you know, sometimes I get a little bit frustrated with games. You know, we all have been there. Time is short. Okay, I'll be dead in 50 years. Sometimes I need to look up what's going on so I can just progress. But I didn't look up. I think I only looked up how to catch one bug snack. And that was it. But yeah, it was nice to see, I don't know, a little, I don't know, maybe a little short, a little small, but I suppose that's fine, you know, leave the people wanting more. But the bit that I was kind of a bit like, oh, this sucks, is they added all this like mailbox stuff and this like house building thing, which is really cool, but it just doesn't really feel as good for people that have already played and beaten the game like that. If that had launched with the game, I think it would have been fantastic, because you would have been playing it as you've been going along, building your house, and it would have felt a little bit more organic. But because I'd already beaten the game and now I was just doing it for the trophy, as bad as that sounds, it was a bit more like busy work. It was a bit of a grind, because I had to keep, like, you know, going back to the mailbox, catching all these bugs that I already had unnecessarily. And yeah, thank God they added fast travel, though. That was a lifesaver when I discovered that. But yeah, it was like, and then waiting to get the final thing. Now, at first I was worried that I would have to do all 100 of these mailbox things, because the trophy in question was fully customize your house. But in order to do that, you only have to get one of each area. So like the walls, the ceiling, and I was missing the roof. but you don't really have any agency over what kind of missions or letters you're going to get from these people. So I just had to keep waiting for one that would give me a roof item to show up. And I had to look this up. I was like trying to look it up, like who have I got to do? What have I got to do? So that was kind of annoying, but I think it would have been way better if that had launched with the game. So if you haven't played Bugsnax, I think you'll have a great time with the new content. But as someone who was returning, it was a little grindy. But I'm happy that I got my 100% back in that. You know, I'm kind of working hard on getting my completion rate up, which is why I'm hesitant to buy any new games right now. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm working on the backlog, doing the thing that I set out to do. So I was like, what am I going to play next? And it was time to go back to Persona 5 Royal, which has been good. Although I feel like I got to a part of the game where I'm kind of just waiting to get into the new content. I'm so close. I'm like, so I had to follow a guide and stuff to make sure I was doing the right stuff so that I can unlock this end content. But it's like that third semester that I've been just like gunning towards this whole time, because I'm looking forward to doing all the new stuffs in there and finally getting the proper ending, the true ending. Because when I played it the first time, I think I just got the quote unquote good ending, it was fine, but there's like a certain point. So the Persona games are all about, for those of you that don't know, you're like, you know, progressing through time. Oh, and this game is like, okay, let's rewind. I think I talked about this game before, like loads, but this game is way more, what is the word? I think it's a better take on the original. So if people wanted to play it, I would recommend playing Royal, because there's so many more quality of life things that are happening in this game. Like, for instance, I feel like I've had way more free time, that's in-game free time, to sort everything out. Like, I maxed out all of my skills and like for like a whole month before, you know, the final deadline area where it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be hard to do this. I feel like I've done so many more social stat things. Now, maybe it's because I leveled up, what's her name? The teacher. And so that also gave me some more free time. But yeah, I've also been trying to like talk to some of the other characters that I didn't talk to in the first game, because you only have limited time to talk to people. So I'm trying to work on those guys. Also went for Makoto as my girlfriend, this time as best girl, which actually was interesting because I leveled up Sergio. Is it Sergio? Who is like your dad character. And I got him to level 10. And at level 10, he says to you, hey, I just wanted to ask, I don't want you to get with Futaba. And I was like, oh, okay, because that's what I did when I played it the first time. I got with Futaba as my girlfriend. But this time I was like, oh, no, I wanted to go somewhere different. And then I felt really awkward. I was like, oh my God, in a parallel universe, he didn't really want that. And I kind of get it, but because playing it this time, I do feel more of like a family unit vibe from the three of them. So, no, it's been good doing Makoto. But yeah, I have pretty much maxed out almost everybody. So I'm now just like, you know, trying to get to the point of no return where it's gonna, you know, if you've done the things, because that's the weird thing, like if you get to the point of no return, you'll either just, the game will just end. Like if you don't do it right, it will just be like, oh well, there you go, you didn't do the thing, and now we're fast forwarding all the time until you have to leave. And I was like, wow, that happened to me in Persona 4. I did the wrong thing, and it was like, you didn't find out who was the person in the midnight channel. Well, all of a sudden it's Christmas has gone by, and you're like the end of the game, and everyone's like, bye, and the fog was still around. I was like, what? And I don't think that happened quite so much last time that I played, but it definitely skipped through a lot of the end game stuff because I didn't get the true ending. So I'm aiming for that true ending, aiming for that plat. I'm in about 65 hours deep of this game. I don't know how much longer I've got left. I'm hoping I'm on the homeward stretch. For Persona, that's probably 30 hours left. So working on that, be good to get that as my next platinum that I'm working on. And then next up, it's time to go back to Demon Souls. I'm really trying to go hard on this, get back into the backlog. Although now that someone said the Song of Sacrifice is out, maybe I could, I don't know, I can't play two similar games like that. That's too much. But yeah, I really want to get that Demon Souls platinum and then hopefully do a platinum trophy tales on that, because I love the Souls games, and I don't like thinking that I didn't get the platinum in that one when I spent so much time playing the first. So that's what I have been playing. Let's see what people in the chat are saying. What has everyone else been playing? Missing Collectible says playing Prey DLC. I've never actually played Prey. I don't know if I would though. I don't really know what Prey's about. I don't know. It's just like, aren't you in a spaceship or something? And then there's all these like creatures that like. That's my thoughts on Prey. Jamie says, I've been replaying the Fable trilogy. So good. I never played Fable either. Rich Gamer, playing Ni no Kuni 2. Never played that. Oh, but I have played what Dazafet is playing, which is I'm playing Candace Kingdom Edit, aka Bully. Hotline Miami God of War 2 on Vita. Nice. Let's see. Robert War is saying, I finished 2 of the Dishonored DLCs and the DLC for Bloodborne, then got 100% in 7 other games on my 10 days holiday. How are people doing this? How are people so dedicated to the cause and finding time to play games? Like, I did play Persona 5 this morning when I woke up at 5:30, but I don't know. I feel like after the show today, I don't know, it depends. Will I be in the mood to play something, or is it just a movie? Because I would like to go to bed, but I don't feel like I'm tired. I feel like my body is like, whoa, but I don't feel like I'm sleepy. Like, the way I describe it is, I feel like if you looked at me, it would look at me, or the way I feel, go with me on this analogy. The way I feel is how it would look if you looked at me through 3D glasses. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you with me on that? Because when you're looking at something with 3D glasses on that isn't 3D, it's like that, ooh, 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 you know? That's how I feel. Let's see. Never played Persona game before, says Jamie. It's an interesting, maybe not be for everybody, but I do think they're good games, and they're really good characters, and you really get into it and care for the stories. It's giving a deeper, meaningful message, 100%. Let's see. I saw someone playing something that I thought was interesting. Terrence says, playing Life is Strange True Colors. Nice. PS3 Gaming Scotland is saying playing GTA 5. So what game do you want to plat next, says Fabio? Well, I'm trying to be more on it, okay? So it's Persona 5 Royal. Then I would like to do Demon Souls. Then, oh my God, I'm like planning out my life. What is happening? Because I saw that Platinum Bro was talking about the next 5 games. Like, I saw your video where you were talking about the next 5 games. I was like, do I know the next 5 games? Like, normally I'm not really very organized. I don't really like plan ahead. But because I'm like hell bent on getting my percentage up, I've got to start doing it. So yeah, Persona 5 Royal I'd like to do. Demon Souls. After that, I don't think there's any new games I'm buying either in the coming months. I don't know what's on the horizon that I would want to buy that would... So maybe it's another backlog that I have to look into. I also do really want to get back into The Witcher and finish up that DLC. The Witcher is a tough one to get back and play again. Now, I have a question for you. Have you beaten Elden Ring, says Jimmy? No, I have not. I play video games quite slowly in the grand scheme of life. Like, I really stretch it out and elongate it, which some people find difficult, but which is a difficult thing to do, because you pick up a game again, you're like, oh, how do I play? So I want to ask you guys, when you haven't played a game for a long time and you go and pick it back up again, are you going to stick it out and just try and, get back into it? Or are you someone that's going to start the game again? Because I know some start the game againers, and I'm like, I can't, like, literally, I can't start the game again. I will go through the hell. Like, I know if I pick up The Witcher and try and play it, it's going to be rough. Okay, well, firstly, I always remember from the last time I picked up, the frame rate's a little like, Geralt's a little bit jolty or whatever, and you've got to stick at it. I think you've got to really give a game at least 30 minutes to an hour, push through that struggle of how do you do everything, and then you're back in. I cannot think to myself, whoop, let's start the game again then. No, I can't live that life. So I'm curious. I know a lot of people are like that, and it makes total sense, but I just go through the pain. Orange Juice Man says, nice to catch my first stream. Hello, thanks for joining. It's great to see you. Steve Like a Fox saying, Persona 5 is great, surprisingly dark themes though. Yeah, exactly, that's why I like it. I just unlocked my first trophy for Ghost Runner, so now I'm locked in, says Platinum Bro. Yeah, I saw some of your stream, and I was like, are you going to get this Platinum in one whole stream? I wasn't sure what was happening there. So yeah, I need to figure out my strategy. But what's the date? The date is May. So I think in June, so I was going on my crusade to get my completion up. I think I'll do a check-in video in June where you can see how much I've increased of my completion. So yeah, I got to figure out. Maybe I'll treat myself to a new game and go down that route. We'll see. I've got things in the pipeline. So Robert War is saying, I usually complete games before I start the next one. See, I can't do that. That's the other thing I can't do. I find it really difficult to commit to playing a game all the way through the end. So, no, but it's not like I don't want to. Like when I play Elden Ring, for instance, because a lot of people are like, you loved Elden Ring, you said you loved it, how come you're not playing it? It's because I get, like, when I do pick it up, I'm, like, super into it. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I just, the game that I want to play, I'm just, like, all in. But then one day, I just feel like, I just need something different. Like, and that's a sort of ebb and flow. Like, I just get a need to do or play something different, and then I'll get super into that game. So it all comes about, swings around about. I think it's, harks back to the time where, I didn't have loads of games, so I would just like try and play the games I had, but like, mix and match them up and stuff. So that's how I always did it, and that's something that I've carried on throughout my time. Resi Hills is saying hi, Lucy. Hi. Oh, it's getting hot now. I was quite cold earlier. It's getting hot in here, so hot. I'm not going to take off my clothes. That would be a bit weird. I'll get banned. So do have a top on underneath. Don't worry. If it does get too hot, I'll just like pass out or whatever. Steve Fox is saying I still haven't platinumed Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm literally stringing it out forever. I don't think I want it to end. Yeah, see, sometimes I have that as well. Planetborough is saying I need to try and get it done by the end of May because 30 videos in 30 days is going to make my gaming time next to zero. Yeah, good luck with that. It's going to be, I'm excited to see what you do. I actually rage quitted Horizon Zero Dawn the other day. Actually, that's a good point. I do want to stream Horizon Zero Dawn at some point, so you can just help me, everybody, because I was playing it and I just got a bit stuck. I got a bit lost. I didn't know what the game wanted from me, and I was just like, screw this. I can't be arsed, and I just quit the game. I was like, what? Missy Collector was saying 30 plans and 30 videos in 30 days. It's the 30-30-30 challenge. Can I do 30 in 30? So I also want to talk about what I have been watching. Because I watched a new movie, everybody. I know, shock horror. It's in the title. So firstly, me and my sister, we watched Turning Red, which was the new film from Pixar, which I very much enjoyed. We both enjoyed it. It's set in 2002, and it's about like young teenagers. And I was like, I was in 2002. I was a young teenager. So I thought it was like cool and really relatable. And it was just so funny. Like I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was. So I'm not going to go too into the details of like, the movie and whatnot. But I would recommend. It was a good laugh. And as someone who was once a teenage girl, I thought there were moments in it that I found relatable that were also very funny, because people don't really talk about the certain subject matter that sort of happens at the beginning of the film, but everyone's got their story. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if the chat is really the people that would want to care about this story that I'm alluding to, but we all have our story about that fateful day and what happened. I did something quite similar. I was like, nope, it's not happening, and I went back to bed, and then I woke up and I was like, oh no, it's still happening. What? Oh, cryptic. So, but the movie I actually really, really, really want to talk about is Jurassic World. What's it called? Fallen Kingdom. Okay, so we've talked about before how much I love dinosaurs and how I saw the trailer for Jurassic Park Dominion. I keep calling it Domination by accident. And I was like, oh, Sam Neill's coming back, Jeff Goldblum's coming back, Laura Dern's coming back. I'm super excited. I really want to go to the cinema and see this film. I might have to just go on my lonesome and just watch it and be excited about dinosaurs. But I was like, I can't really go and watch this film without seeing the second one. So I was like, okay, I'm going to commit the time to see the second one. Didn't really know much about it at all. But this film was weird, okay? I don't know, it was just... The Jurassic Park films or Jurassic World films have gone in this like really strange direction, and I don't know where to begin. Okay, overall, did I like the film? It was fine. Like, I'd say the film felt like it was in 3 acts. There was the first act, which I thought was really interesting. They really like just came off the mark with like, action is happening, lots of things are going on, all the dinosaurs are here, and I was like, wow, this is fast paced. But then the middle act is like really boring and talky and just like exposition filled, where it's like they're just trying to explain what's happening while they're going from point A to point B. There's lots of characters talking about things, and then the third act just turns into a horror gore fest with just dinosaurs, or one dinosaur in particular, just ripping people to shreds left, right, and center, and in the worst ways. And then, but it was, I didn't mind it though, but the tension filled like was a lot. I was like, there were parts I was like, no, like watching it like, oh god, like, oh, so. Did I enjoy that? I'm not sure. At least it made me feel something, but. The problem I have is these characters, they're not very... They just don't have that same magic that the original characters have. But I'm just really excited for, the return of the original characters. Also, the concept of the third one is an interesting concept, which I want to get to in a second. But first, I want to talk about, you know what? How many people have seen the film? Because I do want to go into spoiler territory, because I have some feelings that I want to discuss about the film, which I'm gonna have to talk about spoilers. I don't know if you saw the first Jurassic World film, but Fallen Kingdom is a lot worse and tonally weird. I have watched the first one, but it was a long time ago I watched it, and I think I preferred that one more because I liked the idea that the theme park actually came to be, and that was pretty cool. And then this one, it just goes into this wild direction where the theme park doesn't really exist anymore, but they go back anyway. I'm gonna put the spoiler hand up. Let me put my spoiler hand. Well, don't worry, Billa frags in, as I'm going to let you know all about it. We're in spoiler territory. Okay, so the main sort of concept in this film is whether or not we should save the dinosaurs, which I felt was kind of conflicting. And I don't know if it was a good conflicting where you think, oh man, morally, like, when you think about this, there's been a lot of programs and films that, tackle subject matters which you're like, oh man, I can see both sides of the coin. It's really difficult to decide what's the right thing to do. The problem is there is only one right thing to do with these dinosaurs, and you do need to kill them. I'm sorry, but they do a really good job at making you feel sympathetic for the dinosaurs and all that. But every time I felt myself being like, oh, that's really sad, I was like, no, the dinosaurs need to die. I'm with Jeff Goldblum on this one. Like, it just doesn't make sense to keep them alive. And I was like, oh, but the dinosaurs, save the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs don't care about you, okay? The dinosaurs will come and they will eat you. They will destroy the ecosystem. I found it so difficult. Now, even they tried really hard. So I would like to just say, the beginning of the film is about them going back to rescue the dinosaurs in the park because this volcano is going to go off. Now, the reason I like the beginning is because I'm also very into volcanoes. That sounds weird, but there's something about volcanoes. When you're just into something because it's, it freaks you out slightly. It's a terrifying concept, but you're intrigued to know more because it's horrible. Like, I have this irrational fear of dying in lava. Once I learned about Pompeii, I was like, oh my God, this is horrifying. So volcanoes have always been like a fascinating subject of terror to me. So there's that element. So the volcano's going off. I always thought as well, oh man, I wish I had it with me. But I once wrote for Uncharted 4. I don't think I have it on this computer. Let me just see if I can search. I wrote like a basic plot idea of something I thought could happen in Uncharted 4. I bet I'm going to get every Uncharted 4 that's ever happened. Let's put Doc. Nah, I don't have it. But in my sort of idea, I wanted there to be some kind of, well, this is very Uncharted, but I wanted there to be some kind of like action sequence where this volcano was going to go off and you and Nate and, you as Nate, you're like in a Jeep driving away from it, everything is cracking around you, and it's like, come on, Elena, let's go. Like, that seems like the adventure thing that I always wanted to kind of happen, but it didn't happen when they went to Madagascar. Anyway, the volcano, which is something I'm interested in, erupts. Now, another thing I'm very interested in is the extinction. No, is it called the extinction? Is it the extinction? Yeah, it's the extinction event. Because, again, it's something so terrifying that, 1 second the dinosaurs were ruling the earth and the next minute they were wiped out because, like, some comet came down and just blew them all up. Like, even as a child when I watched Fantasia, there's that bit about all the dinosaurs and they're like, they're all dying and it's really sad because they can't eat because they've got no food. They're trying really hard in this film to recreate the extinction event, which I appreciated, to be fair, because I was like, this is a pretty cool idea. They're trying to, like, simulate this is what happened. And then there's this shot at the end where the final Brachiosaurus or Bronchosaurus, whatever you want to call it, they all have interesting names. It's like being surrounded by all of the volcano dust, and it's like, and they're all like, oh my God, no, as the thing goes, and they can no longer see it, and then it goes, and they're like, oh my God, this is so sad. And I did feel sad. I felt sad for the dinosaurs. But then when the scene ended, I was like, they need to die though. Yes, it was sad. Like, I'm sad. But it's not right. Like, is this bad of me? Am I a bad person? But it's just chaos. You can't have, like, I was thinking about this. I thought about this a lot after the film, for better or worse. I was like, what is there in the world right now that's as dangerous as a dinosaur? Alligators, obviously. But they're, like, in a certain area, and you just leave them to it. You just let them get on. But they're not that big. I mean, they are big, like, in terms of just length. You're going to measure it with a ruler. It's kind of long. But it's not big, like, I'm walking to work and there's, like, a chance that I could get, squished by a massive dinosaur. That's not going to happen to me. There is nothing in the world apart from a giraffe or an elephant. An elephant isn't going to trample me though. A lot of elephants could, but that's never going to happen. But having dinosaurs running about, it's just not practical, all right? Can you imagine? Well, that's what the next film is about, which we'll get into later. But I just can't. And then at the end, they're like, oh my God, look at all the dinosaurs. They're dying again. But then she's going to press the button. And I was like, this is the right thing to do. You need to not press the button because dinosaurs can't live with humans. It just doesn't work. But then this girl's like, oh, I'm going to press the button because they're like me. And I was like, you idiot. What have you done? I feel like I've skipped to the end of this film very quickly. Also, yes, orange juice, when you're right, dinosaurs also can't be controlled. Are you going to put dinosaurs in a zoo? They tried it. It was called Jurassic World. And guess what happened? Loads of people got eaten. It's just common sense, everybody. Like, let's pretend that there were some, like, killer lions. Well, lions do kill. But let's pretend that there were some massive lions that go, ugh. Can you imagine trying to go to work and you fear of getting eaten? I go to work every day and I don't leave my house thinking I'm going to get eaten alive. That's not a fear I have. It's not something I have to worry about. But in this new world, so to cut to the chase, now I understand this is an interesting concept. So whilst I'm poo-pooing this whole film is basically the lead up to the final movie, which is I think somewhere they were building towards, which is what would it be like if dinosaurs and humans coexisted together, which I think is a really interesting concept and why I'm actually quite excited. But I also think this, causes a lot of catastrophes. I don't know how they're going to get rid of this because, the dinosaurs seem to, multiply because life finds a way. So they're added like rabbits, there's going to be velociraptors. Before we know it, Delta, Blue, or whatever her name is, she's going to be out there going, and she's going to be all over the place. But realistically thinking, okay, if there were dinosaurs right now, the population would be doomed. And I'm talking everything, What's the dinosaurs going to do? They're going to eat all the animals. The animals are going to get extinct. We're probably going to get extinct. We wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Like, it's literally the dumbest thing ever. So that was my critique with all of this happening. But as I said, I'm critiquing it, but I am actually interested to see where they're going to take the storyline. Like, what is life going to be like? Because, as you're saying, there is a lion tamer. His name is Chris Jericho. Crocodiles already exist in the crocodiles are basically dinosaurs and so are birds. If we're, I think that is true. So yeah, an interesting thing, but I just couldn't help but feel like that they picked the wrong thing. Yeah, the dinosaurs would rule the world. They would rule the world. Would we all sit in our houses and just be scared? There was a Doctor Who episode once where the dinosaurs came to Earth, and like, can you imagine right now if I'm doing the show and I'm like, okay, it would be like a natural disaster happening, like. I'll be sitting here like, hey everybody, I'm talking about video games. And all of a sudden like, whoop, 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 alert, T-Rex sighting in the area. Everyone stay in your home. And then I'm like, oh my God, everyone, I'm so sorry, I've got to be quiet. And you have to all just be still as the T-Rex walks, past your house and you just hope that you don't die. It would be a terrifying life. All I have to do now is just deal with the foxes outside, but the foxes aren't going to get me unless they bite me and they got mange, then that could be bad. But you know what I'm saying? It's just too weird. So I also want to talk about I talked about the middle where it's a bit weird. Okay, so there's this, they've created another dinosaur, okay, because not content with creating the Indominus Rex in the first one, they now make, the Endoraptor or something, and I'm like, okay, this seems a little far-fetched that now we're creating another dinosaur. The dinosaur was kind of cool, but this is my favourite part of the entire film, everybody. So the Endorex or whatever it's called, it's like in the cage, and this guy's like, oh yeah, you think you're so good? I like collecting teeth, because why not? I'll collect dino teeth. Oh, hey there, pretty. And he's like getting it, and while he's coming up behind the Endorex, the dinosaur smirks, and like I was like, what? How has this dinosaur got I guess, well, my dog has a personality, but it was just like weird that this dinosaur is like playing possum, and then it looks and it goes, and it like gives a little smirk. I was like, it was dumb, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dino smirking. And then, yeah, oh my God. Also, the most annoying thing about this film is how comes every single human being is able to outrun all of these dinosaurs? These dinosaurs are humongous, but everyone's like running, like, especially when the Endorex is running around the mansion and the little girl is outrunning it. I was like, this is so unbelievable. So those are my gripes. Other than that, it was fine. I'm looking forward to seeing where the third one goes. The ending, as I said, the tension, all the murdering was somewhat, interesting. But yeah, characters have zero chemistry, so I'm hoping the OGs can bring it back. Let's see what people are saying in the chat about dinosaurs. Mega Pork Chop Express is saying, is Aliens still on your watch list? Yeah, I do need to actually watch that at some point. I keep thinking about it. I need to borrow the DVD from my dad. Orange Juice Man is saying, I don't know if you saw the first... Oh, yeah, sorry, I already read that. My bad. Yeah, Robert War. Man and dinosaurs were not meant to live together. And that's exactly what Malcolm says. It's like, dinosaurs were extinct for a reason. So this is why. This is nature's way of fixing the wrong that we made. Which is why obviously why the volcano went off. I don't know. It's a hard dilemma, but it's really not. Okay, it's literally a matter of life and death when it comes to dinosaurs. Lucy, what is your opinion on thoughts on Super Meat Boy? I started it. Oh, well, I thought it was all right, but it wasn't for me. It was too frustrating. Why did they build a park on an island with the volcano to begin with, says Mr. Dave Justice. That is a good point. Why did they do that? I'm not sure. Velociraptor on the underground. Yeah, it just turns around to you and says, Alan, wake up, Alan. Or you're falling asleep on the underground. You've got the Velociraptor to wake you up. But you don't have to outrun the dinosaur. You just have to outrun the slower people, says Gemma. You're right. Missing Collectible says, in Jurassic World, I root for the dinosaurs. Yeah, some of those characters were rubbish. I do think it's funny that every Jurassic Park movie has like the same sort of core concept, which is like there must be children. There must be a male and female sort of character that, have to come together and do stuff. There obviously must be dinosaurs and some kind of complex, things getting murdered or whatever. So yeah, that was my thoughts on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm excited to go and see the third film, probably in cinema, on my Todd. So I was like, oh my god, dinosaurs! But I do love a good dinosaur. Right, the spoiler hand. When my hand goes down, the spoilers go. So, I've talked a lot. Let us go to the Lunar Logs quickly while I finish off my drink. Please enjoy the Lunar Logs. Part insert number here. Let's see if Luna still loves me after 2 weeks of not seeing her. She's definitely not there. No, she's gone out. Hello! Do you love me when I still come up? Yay! Oh, let's go in the main. Let's go in the main. Come on, let's go. Toy about it. Well, that's Luna's love. She just wants to play.
Luna, stop!
While you're here, you might as well just play with something. Well, there we go. Perhaps like, Luna, but what about me? What the? What about me?
Oh, there, yeah. Good girl, Luna.
Oh, there we go.
Good girl, Luna.
Thank you, Luna. Okay. Well, there we go.
Well, that was something.
It's love.
Oh.
Aww. I wanted to see, because it'd been 2 weeks since I'd seen Luna, so I was curious to see what her reaction would be when I returned home. And when Luna gets overexcited, she just grabs a toy. She just can't contain her excitement. So that was quite sweet to see that she was excited for the return of Lucy. Jamie's saying, I love how dogs actually love you and are happy to see you. Instant move improver. I know. I'm excited to see her at the weekend. Mega Pork Chop is talking about Jurassic World. I hope they don't kill off any of the original cast of the new movie. I hope not to. That would be a great shame if that happens. These people must be so done with dinosaurs. They must be like, oh my god, these dinosaurs, they've just, ruined my whole life. I can't get away from them. Robert War as well with the great quote. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs. Dinosaurs eat man. And women inherit the earth. Like it. Chris is saying, hi Lucy, I managed to get a PS5 on Monday. Nice. Congrats. What are you going to play? And I highly recommend Astrobot, Astro's Playroom. It's a great game to play. Right, so let us move on to the unboxing now. The unboxing, the end of the show. We're here at last. I have something I would like to do another week. Spoilers for another week, or maybe tantalizing tease for the next week. Now, how am I going to do this? So, I have this Detroit Become Human. This was the press kit. I'm a big fan of Detroit Become Human. If you've not played it, you got to do it. You got to do it. Christopher's saying, what are your thoughts on Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2? I really want to play them, but I just don't have the time in my life. Maybe I should just buy it. I don't know. I do really want to, but I just don't know if I can commit the time to something that never ends. Like, I feel like I need to play games that have an ending. Right, let's see. We're opening this together, everybody. I was trying to think about something in Detroit, but I have even on my work profile, you can put a status, and my status is always the designer sent by Cyberlife. And I haven't changed that since. Oh, a rare one. That's Kara. I'm really struggling with this unboxing. I'm not the most do. Kara model. Cool. I'm guessing each one is around the side. Connor, best boy. Oh, it opens weirdly. And then Marcus. So, what is this? Oh, that's weird. It kind of opens. Oh, so that's Detroit. So, what would you do with this though? Maybe you've got to sort of have it like that and like open it up. Okay, there's something here. That wants to come out. Maybe it's an art book or something. I don't want to. Oh my God, it's an eye. This is an interesting box. Also, why has it got these bits here? So you can put something in. Maybe there's something in the... Okay. All right, let's have a look what's in here. Maybe it's just the game, which would be interesting. So we've got... Oh, it looks like Kara. Oh. That's what it looks like here. Oh. Okay. Lucy, when she unboxed something. Oh. This is like a... There you go. It could be like John Cena. It's a Cyberlife band. If I had massive muscles, I could wear it here. Word life. You can't even see it 'cause it's so dark, but it just says Cyberlife. No one's arms are this big. Maybe I could just wear it as a headband. Cyberlife. Is my head even big enough? Just. Although that is going to start restricting the flow to my brain. So maybe I should stop. There we go. Right. What else we got in here? This is very messy. I'm going to put this down over here. Not the best unboxing setup we have here. Right. So once we... Oh, okay. It looks like there's a... Oh my God, wow. I think this is the... Oh, okay. Oh, so there's some information here about Detroit Become Human. The game is set in the near future Detroit, where androids work in domestic and commercial environments. Detroit's heritage as America's motor city and a home for industry and manufacture makes it the perfect setting for Quantic Dream's latest project. 3 playable characters. Choice. Okay, so that's your, I guess, for the people that Oh, and then you get little pictures of it and little bios of each of them. So you got Kara. I liked Kara. I was so into Kara and Alice's story, and Luther. Oh, maybe if there's a picture of Luther, I should stick it on my PS5. Marcus. I doubt Luther's going to have his own card. Luther. Ooh. Oh, no, that's not Luther. That's a Marcus. And there he is. Best boy. My best boy. The perfect. Hello. No, hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. I used to say that all the time at work to this guy. He'd like, Now what we have here, we have some more pictures of things happening. Oh, and there's bits on the back as well. Hank. Big fan of Hank. Mr. Krabs. And then Marcus and North. Didn't really care for their story that much. Yes, Connor is the best Alex boy. I love Connor. Oh, more Connor. I love Connor. Oh, that's that other character. Now, this is the bit that I'm really interested in. No, Luther. Where's the Luther love at? Where's the Luther love? Look at this. Whoa. It's the hostage scene, so you can see all the bits, the timeline of events. That is cool. That's something that's really cool that this game did that some of the other Quantic Dream games didn't do. Why has it got all this weird sort of hole cutting things? So you can see how it all plays out, and then at the back you have this rather fetching poster of all of the characters, which is pretty cool. Is this the world's worst unboxing? It probably is. Right, let's go back into the... Oh, okay, we've got some more information here. We've got Chloe. That's her name, right, isn't it? Chloe, who's telling us some bits and bobs. But I think I know what this bit. I think this must be either the... Oh, there we go. It's the art book. Detroit Become Human. I do enjoy a good art book. Do people like art books? I feel like art books I enjoy, and then I'm like, never look at them ever again. I've got... Oh, we got these when the game came out. So you can, like, stick them on your face. Oh, no, these are just stickers. Oh, no, are they transfers? Oh, no, I think these are transfers. You can, like, stick them to yourself. And then... That's what Mona always says in... Oh, so you can see all the lovely art of the game. But you could probably see it better if I had better lighting. For those of you that know what's going on. Where's Luther? We need to find Luther, the great protector. We must look after the little one. Where is the little one? Why is there no Luther love? Where is... That's Marcus. That's Kara. There he is. There he is. Luther. What a guy. Oh, after Connor, he is the next best. Oh. So there we go. That's everything that was in the Detroit Become Human press kit thingy-bob. Thank you very much, Matt. I'll have to find a place in my home to display some of these. Sad that there was no Luther, so I couldn't display Luther in all his glory next to... You should scan the book before it gets fingerprints. Really? Why would he get fingerprints? My fingerprints? So there we go. Right, let's... Connor, master detective. I know, right. I need to get new glasses. These glasses are really starting to hurt the back of my ear. Wah, wah, wah. Those are my problems. Right, anyway, that is all I have time for on today's edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a joy to be back with you all. It's been fun. It's been good. Yeah, I thought I was feeling a little bit ill earlier, but it seemed to, talking has helped. Let's have a look at the poll, which is, do people even go out on a Friday anymore? 152 of you have voted. Thank you very much. Let us end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One person voted right at the end. I appreciate it. And let's see, because I don't know, so overwhelmingly, 61% say no, 23% say yes, and 15% say Thursday is the new Friday. So maybe on the days that I do something on a Thursday, maybe I'll do the show on a Friday, but I don't want to mess you guys about. But I know a lot of you enjoy watching on the VOD, so we'll see. But there we go. Thank you, everybody, for watching today's edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Stay tuned on the channel, because I'm going to have some things for episode 100 that I will need your opinions, your votes on, because I want to get you guys involved. A couple of things I need to set up beforehand, so I might be doing some polls and stuff to get a general idea of what it is that you would like me to do on the show. But until next time, keep it locked here. Look after yourselves. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's always lovely to talk to you, and thank you for wanting to spend some of your time hanging out with me. It's going to be a good time. All right, well, until then, watch out for those dinosaurs on your way to work, because you ain't top of the food chain when they're about. All right, well, goodbye. That's weird. I don't know. How do I end this? I just pressed stop streaming. See you all next time. Oh, and maybe there'll be a stream at the weekend, potentially. We all play Horizon, and you can watch me get ever so frustrated with it. We'll see. Depends if I'm ill or not. I feel like I'm on the cusp of being ill. Watch out for the lava, indeed. All right, thank you, everybody. Good night and goodbye. Dun, 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 dun.